Hello! Today I'll show you how to use a one-step looper in a couple of different ways. I'll be using a looper I bought on Amazon and I'll link everything in the description. Feel free to comment any questions. Before we start, let's talk about how 88% of you are not subscribed. If you like my content, click that sub button. It helps my channel a lot. So there are 3 different versions, and the one I have is 2.25 millimeters. The difference is the size of the loops. I recommend getting the same one I have if you usually work with 6 to 8 millimeter beads. Here's what the loop looks like. If you use bigger beads, then get the bigger version. If you use smaller beads, then get the smaller version. But like I said, the size doesn't really matter. My looper works fine with any bead size. It depends on your preference. Also, bigger loops take up more space. For the first method, I'm using eye head pins or eye pins. They should be at least 2 centimeters long in total for the loop to close properly. It also depends on the bead size. 2 centimeter works with 6 millimeter beads or smaller. The good thing about using these pins is that it means less work for us. It's already closed on one side, so you just slide a bead onto the wire. Place it through the right side. I'll show you a picture for a better view. If your wire is very long, there's a hole that lets you put wire through it. Do not have the bead go past where my right thumb is pointing at. You can let the bead lean against it or have the bead farther away. Press the handles together and it'll cut off the excess wire. Keep in mind that the bead can get scratched, which is why I said to have the bead farther away. Now you can take the bead out. Sometimes it won't close all the way, so you have to fix it yourself. Here's another example with a smaller pin. The previous pin is 2.5 centimeters. I'm using a different bead, but all my beads in this video are 6 millimeters. The looper can be hard to hold if you have a small hand. I press the handles slightly together so I have a better grip. Same step as before. I have to start leaning right against it. The wire fits perfectly, so it'll work. If the wire isn't long enough, then the loop won't close all the way. The second method is to use a coil of wire. The one I have is from Temu. You can use nylon drop pliers to straighten it. This wire is easy to bend, so I'm using my hand to straighten it. I saved some money on that. The length depends on how many beads you're using. I just estimated. After you decide on how much you're using, you cut it off with pliers. Mine broke the night before filming this, so that was bad timing. Here's another method I use if you don't want to waste as much wire. I'm not going to cut the wire yet. I'll place a bead first. I'm making a custom glasses chain. I accept commissions on my Instagram. Now we're gonna make a loop. It's the same process as the first method. To reduce waste, I place the wire where the arrow is. Preferably have it slightly past it so it's long enough for the loop to close all the way. Now we have to do the same for the other side. Leave at least 1 centimeter of space when you cut the wire. If you don't have a ruler, then try to eyeball the length. It's better to have it too long than too short. I've done this so many times, so I have a good estimate of the length. You repeat the same steps as before to make the loop. That's all for this tutorial. Thanks for watching.